Hello everyone, my name's Jessica. I am a nursing student. The purpose of this vlog and the reason I am going to be doing this channel is because I have such a passion for nursing, and nursing school can be so hard and so discouraging at times, and I kind of just want an atmosphere where we can just be positive, and I can share my experiences with some of you who might be interested in pursuing nursing or who are looking at applying nursing and maybe just curious as to what you're getting yourself into or what it entails. I am going to have this channel so that I can walk you through my journey through nursing school. Through classes, giving you study tips, giving you ideas and thoughts and things I have along the way. I will start with kind of just saying, like, I've got a lot of my precursors for nursing prereqs out of the way. My English, reading, math, a lot of the general science courses, all out of the way. And that kind of goes into my previous experience, my story, which really starts with my passion for nursing. I have always kind of known that I wanted to do nursing. My mom is a nurse, and one thing that she always stressed a lot to us was, to my sister and I, was to experience what we want and to find what makes us happy and what makes us thrive and what just keeps us going every morning. And I am an extremely people person, energetic, very outgoing, and I like caring for people. I have a very soft heart, so my family tells me multiple times. But I just have such a passion for people and for helping out those who can't necessarily help themselves, or who at the time are so stressed and nervous about a certain situation that's happening in their life that they can't care for themselves, or they can't, process what's going on, and just to help them along the way. So my mom, even though she was a nurse, she was very good at and strived to not push nursing onto either my sister or myself. She wanted us to be able to pick what we wanted to do as a career. And my sister will tell you, she is not a people person. Nursing would not be for her, and it's not. She's going to school for something else. But that kind of follows my story. I've always known I wanted to do nursing. And so I went, I graduated in 2011 and went directly to a 4-year school for nursing, and for my bachelor's degree. I was going into my 3rd year, and they had the nursing, you could apply to the school and take your prereqs, but then you had to apply directly into the nursing program. And I was not accepted. I was crushed and devastated. And it was a hard experience, and it's still, like, I think about it and I get extremely emotional. Just because I, for so many years, felt like nursing was what I was called to do, and I wasn't accepted into their program. So I came home and took about a year to figure out what I was going to do next. And within that year, I was working pretty much full-time, crazy hours as in a family remodeling company, but that's besides the point. But I was doing that as I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do. And no matter what happened, I kept coming back to nursing was really all I felt called to do. It really was my passion. It hadn't changed, and I wanted to pursue nursing. And I got to the point where I wanted to pursue it at whatever cost. I got tired of obstacles getting in the way, and I wasn't going to let them get me down and out, because I was so close to feeling completely, I did feel completely crushed. So I applied to nursing school after nursing school, most of them within this state, just because I felt it was easier. And when you look at it, each state has so many nursing programs. There's so many that you can apply to, it gets overwhelming. So I made a list of all the nursing schools that I printed off in Florida, and I went through one by one and kind of looked at their program. I was like, oh, this looks like a good one, this one could be okay, and just applied to all of them. In total, probably close to 35 schools. And I was getting some acceptance letters back, but most of the ones I was getting back were for schools that sadly wouldn't take all of my prerequisites. And I had, at this point, had about 73 prereqs accomplished and done, and I didn't want to have to go through and retake a bunch of those prerequisites that I already had, like English and composition classes and speech classes. I didn't want to have to go back and do those. So I kind of kept applying, kept waiting. And then I finally heard back from a school that I really was interested to. It was very close to where I'm living. And I really liked the school. I went to the school and visited it, sat down and talked with several of the admissions people and in nursing. I talked to some of them at the local hospital that work here and who had graduated from there, and talked to them about the school. And I really, really liked the school and what it stood for, and so I decided to go there. And when I applied to it and I got accepted, I had to take the TEAS exam, which is the nursing entrance exam, which I'll kind of make some videos about how I studied and got through that process, possibly coming up here. But it was like all my hard work finally paid off. And then I applied to the school, I got in, and I started this past quarter. They're on a quarter schedule, and I'm on the advanced track at the moment, meaning that I will go to school basically year-round until I graduate, and I'll be on 11 weeks, and I'll have 2 weeks break, and then I'll be on 11 weeks. But you find you don't really get a break. Anyhow, I really enjoy it, and I don't know why that happened with the previous school. I don't know, I thought that was the plan, and that nursing was my purpose, because I have such a passion for people, and I had such a passion for nursing, and I really wanted that. I mean, all through high school, I would go to the hospital or go in to work with my mom and shadow different nurses in different departments, and I just really loved it. So it was really devastating, and I didn't understand why it was happening. I still don't fully understand why it happened or anything really. But I just am thankful for where I am now, and that I've gotten to where I am. And the people along the way. I have seen several situations where things have worked out that wouldn't have worked out if I had stayed up north at the school I was going to. So there's a plan for everything, and though it might not be easy, if you have a desire and a determination for it, then go for it. Do whatever it takes. One of my favorite sayings or whatever throughout this experience was, what's your dream? My dream was nursing. And so then the next question to ask was, what are the obstacles standing in the way? And how can you overcome them? Because for me, it was different credits, there was a bunch of different things, and I just took one at a time, and I was like, this is how I'm going to overcome this obstacle, this is how I'm going to overcome this, because I will get my dream eventually. So just never give up. If nursing school is your passion, nursing school is hard. It's hard, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication and a lot of studying and a lot of time, and it's a huge commitment. But if it's your dream, if that's something that you want with all your heart, then I will encourage you to pursue it and to go after it, because what are you going to be happy doing? Something that's your dream and that you've always longed to do and looked forward to, or something that you're just settling for? So yeah, a little tangent there, but that's basically my story, what happened, where I'm at. So I have finished most of my prerequisites. Starting next quarter here in a couple weeks, actually, I will, in about a month, I will be starting my clinical kind of classes, where I really get into the nursing classes. this quarter I am currently taking Structure and Function, which is very close to Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, and kind of look for a video on this quarter and things that I've been doing this quarter to study and survive these classes. But I've been taking Structure and Function. I also have been taking an Intro to Critical Thinking and Informatics with Ethical Principles, which is a nursing class, intro class, and just helping you think in terms of nursing situations and applying them, as well as a microbiology class. And my quarter this has been solely online. I have been all online except for my micro lab does meet on campus. So I do go once a week it's just a couple hours. And I've gotten some interaction with people, but before that, and I'd gone a year and was working, yes, with a small group of people. It was just 4 of us in the remodeling. And there wasn't a lot of communication, and I am, I'm outgoing, like I mentioned earlier, and it's been really hard to not really have any friends or anyone my age around that I can talk to. All of my friends from high school, I live in a small town, and all of my friends from high school have kind of gone, out of the county, several hours out of the county for school or jobs, or they are in a different country totally sometimes. And my close friends live all over the country, or completely different side of the state, and they're hours and hours away. And so it's just been really hard to have nobody I can really go to and like, oh, let's hang out. But it's also been good because nursing school, like most of you know, I'm sure, is not easy. It takes a lot of studying. So I haven't been as distracted as I could have been. I've had a lot of time to study and really get this knowledge down and memorizing the information and just really being able to focus on it and not get completely distracted or having things pushed to the side or whatever. So though that has been kind of like lonely, now that I'm in classes at least once a week, I'm interacting with people in the nursing program as well as people that I'll be graduating with next year. And so that has helped a lot, and it's I've been able to communicate and kind of build a couple acquaintances, but it's a unique situation, but I enjoy it and I look forward to the next quarter. So this video really was just to explain my purpose for this channel as well as kind of my background story. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is in the description, and I will look forward to sending more videos to you guys so you can see them. Be looking for a couple. I have a couple ideas, and those will be coming out to you shortly. Especially, I know I want to do my supply list, school supply list, my must-haves for nursing school. But there are a couple more things I want to get before clinicals, and that I'm waiting to come in, and then I'll be making that video as well as advice for nursing school classes or tips that I have that I'll share with you guys as well. So yeah, I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.